All good. Good evening, guys. Apologies for the delay. We'll take questions from English-speaking media first, and then Spanish-speaking media after that. Please raise your hand to let us know you'd like to ask a question. We'll come to as many of you as possible. So where to start, please? Anyone? Simon? Have we got microphones? No?
I cannot hear you. Well, no. Of course, we have the experience of last year, but we don't think much on that. To be fair, we know that we're gonna face different Real Madrid. They play different, and every season is different. I think we came here with one of the best shapes right now of ourselves in the season. So I think we're gonna face always the favorites in this competition. We already know each other quite well, to be fair, the last years, and we expect such a tough game tomorrow.
Just here on the corner. Thank you. Richard?
Hi, Rodri. Real Madrid have had a week off because they didn't play any football in the week because of the Copa del Rey final. You guys are in a title race. Do you think that rest is an advantage to them, or do you guys like to be focused every 3 days playing?
Well, I'll tell you tomorrow what the result is. Of course, we're involved in the Premier League fight, and this makes you play every 3 days and play with everything and not rest. And they have, I think because they have the final of the Copa del Rey, they could rest a little bit more. And it's something that maybe they have a bit advantage in this sense. Let's see how the team responds tomorrow physically. But it's something that we are not worried because we have the experience of other years, and this team has been playing these kind of stages with the same rhythm of games the last year. So, of course, we would like to rest like them, but it's something that doesn't worry us.
David?
Hi, Rodri. You said it will be a different Real Madrid and they're playing a different way. One of the big differences will be Jude Bellingham. How impressed have you been with the way he has adapted and been such a success in his first season here at Real Madrid?
Well, I think I said we face a different Real Madrid because I think they play different. I think they don't play in the same way. I think they control more the games. They have more midfielders and different kind of playing. Of course, we expect like always so tough here in Bernabeu. We know that whatever happened never is going to be finished, even though the things go good or bad tomorrow. We know we have the second leg. And of course, about Jude, we already know particularly because we faced them lots of times against Dortmund. We know the type of player he is, so powerful, so strength with ability of going and arriving in the second line and controlling the game. So we already know, but I don't like focusing just on one player. I think they have enormous potential in all the lines. And what I can say is what we know is they play kind of different. They have more control of the game with these kind of players, and we have to adapt ourselves to that.
Ben?
Hi, Rodri. Obviously, a lot was made of your loss here 2 seasons ago, and you righted some of the wrongs last season. Is that how it felt from a squad? Because I remember you talking and players talking about that specific defeat here as being something quite traumatic that you had to process. And then last season, by beating Real Madrid so convincingly, did you prove to yourselves and everyone else that you can be the best team in the world?
I think we prove ourselves every time we play against them, to be fair. I mean, this is the fourth time against them?
4.
Yeah, 4 times. And in all of them, we have great results. The one you talk about when we didn't go through in semi-finals, we all know what happened, was about 10-15 minutes. And it's something that happened in football. We didn't think much about that last year. And this is why we play with the desire, with the fire inside that we want to win it again for what happened. But to be fair, now we are a more mature team. We have the experience of winning this competition, and we came here with a different mentality, with more composure. And to be fair, we know that nothing is going to be done tomorrow. We need to have a good result, to be fair, because we know how tough it's here in Bernabeu. But I see the team more mature. I wish, I hope that the experience of winning this tournament give us tomorrow the confidence to do the things right.
Fred, on this side, please, Roger.
Hi, Rodri. You just mentioned the experience of winning the competition. What do you think is the difference when you visit the king of the Champions League, when you are the ones wearing the crown?
Well, as I said, your partner, I think it gives you a little bit more of, I don't know how to say in English, composure, serenity on the pitch, and you learn. Of course, we learn from the past. We learn from when we lose, and also when you win. And I think having both experience in overall, I think we are a completely more mature team than the first time we faced them. I remember here in Bernabeu. So it gives us confidence. We cannot confuse ourselves. We need to bring the best of ourselves if we want to compete against this team, because they're always favorite in this competition and more here at home. But we know them quite well, how we have to fight them and how we have to play against them. And it's something that, as I tell you, we've been learning from the past.
Ian?
Rodri, hello. We're looking at two managers who've had the most wins in the history of the Champions League, two elite managers. As far as Pep Guardiola is concerned, what makes him stand out, in your opinion? Give us a bit of insight as to his special qualities.
Of Pep? What can I say about Pep? I mean, I think you watch it, right? The last years. Yeah, you're talking about maybe the two most success coaches in the history of this tournament, of the Champions League, Ancelotti and Pep. I think both with their own style, but two winners in their own way. And what I can say about my manager is our leader in this sense. And tomorrow, like always, we will need the best of him to bring it up to the team in terms of the speech, in terms of tactics, in terms of energy, positive energy for us is, of course, very, very important. And every year, it never goes down, the importance of this manager for us.
One last question in English for Paul, please. Just on this side, please, Roger.
Yeah.
Hey, Rodri. Was this time last season, the quarterfinals, the semi-finals, where City started hitting your kind of top level in terms of performances? How close do you think you are as a team to that level now this year?
Well, I think, to be fair, the last two games we had in Premier League, we show quite a big increase on the performance, on scoring goals. That was, I think, a task we have so far the last month. We didn't score much goals, and now we are arriving with a lot of players in the box, and I think we're showing the best shape. Of course, we all know we have downs, we have injuries, important players out, and it's going to be important. But in the same way, I'm so confident about the team is going to play tomorrow, about my teammates, because all of them, they're top-level players. And if I will ask something to my teammates tomorrow, is apart from giving everything, is to play, as I said before, with the serenity and composure that we are the winners and that we want to do it again. And we cannot confuse ourselves. We have to give the best of ourselves and be humble enough to know that we came to the champions, the 14 champions of this competition. So we have to be humble enough to know that we have to run more, do more, and play better than them tomorrow.
Okay, we'll move into some questions from Spanish media.
Sí. ¿Qué tal, Rodri? Melchor Ruiz, Cadena COPE. Dices que el Real Madrid es favorito por la historia en la Champions y por jugar en el Bernabéu, aunque las apuestas dicen que el City lo es el vigente campeón, y además jugáis el segundo partido en casa. Y estás hablando de un Real Madrid que es diferente al del año pasado, por la forma de jugar, y el centro del campo puede ser la clave del partido. Vosotros os gusta tener el balón. La mejor forma de defenderse ante un Real Madrid que va a intentar presionaros y meter una velocidad muy rápida es tener el balón y dominar esa parcela ancha.
Sí, está claro. Evidentemente que ellos han cambiado la manera de jugar, pero es verdad que la esencia no. Yo creo que el Real Madrid, cómo plantea los partidos al final, tiene jugadores muy verticales que te hacen mucho daño al contragolpe. Y bueno, es verdad que ahora tienen mucho más control de partido que antes porque acumulan un jugador más por dentro, pero no les resta llegada a eso. Al final, como decíamos, con Jude, con Vinicius, Rodrigo, son jugadores que aparecen mucho en esas zonas últimas del campo, son jugadores con mucho recorrido, por lo tanto tenemos que estar pendientes, pero sí, evidentemente una de estas bazas mañana, como siempre, es dominar a nuestro rival con el balón y sobre todo tener personalidad. Yo lo que pediría a mis compañeros mañana es tener personalidad para jugar, como siempre lo hemos hecho en este estadio, si queremos sacar un resultado positivo.
Just there, please. Thank you.
Por aquí, Rodri, Luis Cobos para OK Diario. Quería preguntarte por Vinicius. Mañana está apercibido, no sé si vais a intentar buscar esa tarjeta y sobre todo cómo ves el peligro por la banda del jugador brasileño. Gracias.
Bueno, no, eso es una información que se nos suele dar antes del partido, quién tiene tarjetas o quién no. Al final no nos preocupa mucho, evidentemente que es un jugador importante, pero nosotros nos centramos en lo nuestro, en lo que vamos a hacer en el campo, en la manera que queremos de jugar y no tanto en si el resto está percibido o no.
¿Qué tal, Rodri? Marcelo Doval, de Dosis Futbolera. Hace unos días atrás se conocieron unas declaraciones tuyas en las que hablabas de las diferencias entre la Liga y la Premier. Y hablabas de que a veces te parecían dos deportes diferentes. ¿Mañana crees que se va a jugar al mismo deporte, que el Madrid es el equipo que más se parece a un equipo Premier?
Buena pregunta, creo que no me la han hecho todavía. Sí, está claro, yo siempre lo dije, di mis motivos porque las ligas son diferentes y porque hay que adaptarse a cada una. Cuando llega una competición europea como la Champions League, donde estilos diferentes, ritmos diferentes se juntan, se genera una gran complejidad para los dos equipos, tanto para nosotros, por jugar con un equipo contra el que no estamos acostumbrados, como ellos, ¿no? Y cada uno con sus virtudes, siempre lo digo. Ellos tienen muchas virtudes, es el Real Madrid, es probablemente el equipo más en forma en la Liga Española en los últimos años en Europa. Y bueno, la parte positiva te diría que nos conocemos ya bastante, ¿no? Nos hemos enfrentado 4 veces en los últimos 5 años y sí que creo que nos conocemos, así que esa parte creo que no será tan diferencial.
Hola Rodri, buenas tardes. Miguel Ángel Lara de Marca. Siempre has dicho que te fijas mucho en los partidos, en correcciones, en ver vídeos. Te quería preguntar cuánto te fijas y qué supone en esa posición Toni Kroos. Gracias.
Bueno, me gusta ver fútbol, me gusta en general ver a los grandes jugadores como Kroos, evidentemente. Bueno, siendo consciente de que quizás no es el mismo perfil de jugador que soy yo, aunque ocupe la misma demarcación, pero sí que evidentemente es un jugador a tener mucho en cuenta porque realmente es digámoslo, el metrónomo, ¿no? El que lleva un poco el ritmo de partido que quiere jugar el Real Madrid. Y bueno, sobre todo ser consciente de las zonas donde les gusta participar, cuáles son sus puntos fuertes, bueno, saber qué mueve el equipo de lado a lado y estar cerca de él para que así no sea. Yo creo que el Madrid depende mucho del fútbol, mucho fútbol pasa por sus botas y como siempre digo, jugadores como Toni no hay muchos en el mundo que tengan esa capacidad de llevar el tempo de un partido, por eso siempre es un jugador a tener en cuenta, ¿no?
One more over here, please, guys, and we'll
Hola,
finish up.
¿qué tal, Rodri? Buenas tardes, Javier Herrera de la cadena SER. Quería preguntarte si crees que ese pique sano deportivo, por ejemplo, cuando vimos la foto de Guardiola con gente con la mano así, con 4 goles, ¿crees que eso en un vestuario, tú que eres futbolista, les pica o te puede picar? En caso contrario, ¿crees que pica que ese otro fútbol también juega en estos partidos grandes?
Bueno, yo creo que todo lo que se vea en la deportividad sana, siempre respetando al rival. Yo siempre lo digo, al final en el fútbol respeta al rival porque siempre se sabe, ¿no? Siempre que se haga con respeto, al final las rivalidades son buenas, ya lo sabemos. Y bueno, evidentemente que veníamos de un año complicado con esa eliminación y bueno, resarcirnos de esa manera fue muy bonito por el hecho también de que el club consiguió su primera Champions. Y bueno, ahora reset completamente, ahora nuevamente otra batalla y esperemos que tenga el mismo final.
Thank you, guys. Gracias. Same again, please, guys. We'll take questions from English-speaking media first, and then we'll come to Spanish-speaking media after that, please. Somewhere to start? Hands up in a big room full of people, please, guys. Thank you. Sam?
Hi, Pep. You've obviously got a huge history with Real Madrid, and last year added to that. What does it mean for you to play in this stadium and be in this city?
Well, it's not the first time. It's a competition, like everybody knows, quarterfinals. First leg, focus on what you have to do, try to discover the strength points and our rival, and go for it. So try to focus. It's a football game.
Just to Ben in the middle, please. Thank you.
Hi, Pep. I remember the games that Jude Bellingham played against you for Borussia Dortmund when he was 17. Showed a lot of maturity to my rather inexperienced eye. But I wonder, you've come up against him since as a player. How have you seen him develop? And what were your first impressions of him when you saw him in those matches?
Well, play with 70 years old when, we faced one or twice with Borussia Dortmund. And I said, in terms of not just the skills, because I think the difference is what he has in his brain, in his mind, and of course he came in this club with exceptional players, with a manager like Carlo that have the incredible ability to know exactly the best position for which one, and Carlo found him. So click quick and have done an incredible season in terms of goals, assists. He's present in the box. But not just with Madrid, the national team from UK, from England, always he has been brilliant. So it's just 19, 20 years old he has, so he has a long career ahead of him.
Jack?
Hiya, Pep. Obviously there's no Kyle Walker here. Nathan Ake's not here. Guardiola didn't train today but has travelled.
He travelled.
Is he fit?
He's doubt.
A doubt.
Yeah.
How much of a headache has that been for you, particularly in the right back area, and decide what to do? Or has your job actually been made easier by the injuries?
Well, it's what it is. So also Madrid, Courtois, Militao, Alaba have been for a long time without players. It's true that the best player to control a player like Vinicius is Kyle. Unfortunately, with a friendly game was injured. Now it's what it is. So we'd love to have him, but what can I say? So we play with 11 and try to adapt for the players that we have, because injuries is part of the long seasons, but unfortunately in the decisive part have a lot of injuries in the same department, in the back four, and have to find a solution. We think tonight a little bit more what we have to do and try to get a good result for the second leg.
Fred?
Hi, Pep. Because of last season, Real Madrid are undoubtedly hurt, and I believe you understand the power of being hurt, because that's why how Manchester City arrived here last time, because of the season before. Can you use their thirst for revenge in your favor?
No, it's last season. 2 seasons ago, we were out for the last minutes here. Last season, we won. Looks like a classic, between them and ourselves in the last years, but no, I don't have the feeling that is what it is last season. So he is right, the same managers, no long time ago, but new players they have new players, so completely different games, and of course we have a little advantage for the fact the second leg is at home, like we feel strong, we are incredibly confident, but we have to play first 90 minutes here, and here the games are long for many reasons. Expect different games in the same game. They will be able to incredible press high, so aggressive. They are so dangerous. If you are able to do a good process, they will drop, they will defend a low block, but after, everybody knows, not Pep, everybody knows the strength for the transitions that they have, not just with Vinicius, for Rodrigo, Bellingham, Ronaldo, Valverde. So they have an incredible pace to do this. That's why you have to. But at the same time, you cannot come here just to control the game. You have to go here to try to hurt them, to punish them, to try to let them feel we are here to score goals. And in that mix, you have to read how you have to do, how you have to control it. So we are talking about Real Madrid that has the ability to control many aspects of the game. In the same time, you have to, with who we are, try to impose our game.
Jamie.
Hi, Pep. Hello. Carlo said earlier today that in the game you beat them at the Etihad last year, he said his team Real had played with, quote, no personality. First of all, are you surprised to hear him say that? And secondly, can you do the same, make them play without any personality?
No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to don't be agree with Carlo for the huge admiration I have to him. It's not about that. It's just sometimes when you have experience, because I was in Barcelona, like we can be equal for a consideration Real Madrid. When Real Madrid lose, if the people think it was really bad, and they have to think that the other team was better. And in football, it happened. That game, we were better. Not because Real Madrid was bad, I would say. So we make a really a lot amount of good things. But in that clubs, always we are judged, we were really bad, was not good. I try to think differently. So sometimes I came here, they beat me, was a football player for a good game, and I can say they were not bad, they were better. It's football game, can happen.
Can you perform like that again, the same, as good as that this time?
It's difficult. Because beat Real Madrid 2 times in the same way is almost impossible. So beat once in this competition is difficult, imagine 2 in a row. So the target is not easy. And performing that well because they learn, they have pride, and they have to try to be smart tomorrow. They're going to have to play and see what happens in the second leg.
One more in English with Dave, please.
Hi, Pep. Rodri was just in talking about how winning this competition last season has given, in his opinion, the team a maturity and a serenity and a belief. Do you sense that change in mentality and mindset? And do you see that in your players, that you can go on and dominate this competition and have the belief that you can, overcome the likes of Real Madrid?
But first I would say as a club, it's a sense of relief. So we make a lot of good things this season, but always in the press conference, arrived at 7 years ago, but you didn't win the Champions League. You had to win the Champions League, otherwise we'll not complete. Always I try to reject it because this competition is difficult, and I would say we are a little bit more than 1 decade that we are flying in Europe. Before we didn't fly in Europe, and now we are a club like face this type of competition with the best teams of the world. But it's no more than 1 decade, and decade is not enough. Even for now, compete again is experience for the future for our club. People say, once we have won it, it's done. No, absolutely not. It's not like elite clubs like Madrid, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Inter de Milan, for example, or the clubs with the big clubs that fed for 40, 50, 60, 70 years playing this competition. We are, I would say, in terms of history, new. But we have a sense of, okay, we did it. We did it. And of course, if we did once, we can do it again. And being again, after what happened last season, being again here in quarterfinals, making incredible group stage, winning all the games, winning the last 16, and being here is really good. It's really good for us. And of course, we knew it last season, 2 seasons ago, 3 or 4 seasons ago we played. We have to do a real 2 good games, otherwise. But not Real Madrid in this competition, play against Bayern Munich or Arsenal right now, or Barcelona or PSG. You have to do a good 2 games, not just 1 game. So it's impossible. So I think the level that we have is more similar to the game we played last season here, that there was equal, that it was some moments were better, some moments they were better, more than the game we played the second leg, or the game we played in 2 years ago in Etihad in Manchester that we win just 4-3, and we're much better than them. So I think we are quite similar, and I think tomorrow and the second leg will be, I imagine will be in that way.
Take some questions in Spanish. Is that over there, please?
Hola, ¿qué tal? Pep, muy buenas. Antón Meana de la cadena SER, un placer volver a verle por aquí.
Igualmente.
Le han preguntado esta mañana a Carlo en conferencia de prensa, vamos a llamarlo un tópico, un mantra. Le han dicho, Guardiola es un gran entrenador y usted un gran gestor. Y Carlo ha dicho que no contestaba sobre él, que eso ya lo haría su club, pero que sobre usted sí, que es un gran entrenador. No sé qué le parece esa apreciación. Usted es un gran entrenador, Carlo, un gran gestor, o qué nos quiere decir de...
Usted no sabe lo que es difícil ser un buen gestor. Los atributos de un entrenador no solo son la cuestión táctica, hay la cuestión táctica, la cuestión delante de usted, la gestión con los jugadores, cómo gestionar los buenos momentos, ser estable tú mismo en los buenos y malos momentos, millones de factores que hacen ser un buen entrenador. Pero jamás puede llegar a considerar de que Carlo es un mal entrenador tácticamente. Si no, no hubiera puesto a Pirlo como medio centro en el Milan en su mejor, seguiría metiendo a Toni Kroos como medio centro bajo, ni adaptar rapidísimamente a Bellingham para que pueda explotar. Esto es ser parte de un entrenador. Un entrenador que lleva tantos años teniendo tanto éxito, yo sé que a veces le dicen de manera despectiva. Tiene que saber por mi parte que no se los crea, que desde Manchester tenemos una opinión muy alta sobre quién es.
Just at the back there.
Bona nit, Pep, en català per TV3. Fins a quin punt va resultar alliberadora la victòria l'any passat 4-0? Perquè des d'aleshores el Manchester City ha aconseguit 10 victòries consecutives en la Champions amb contundència, aixecant el títol i havent començat aquesta temporada fins ara, els 8 partits que s'han disputat, doncs amb aquesta claredat.
Alliberadora va ser guanyar la Champions. El Madrid ja l'havien guanyat fa 2, 3 o 4 anys, l'any del Covid, i el vam eliminar i no vam guanyar la Champions, per tant no és alliberadora. Alliberadora és quan la guanyes. I això sí que ho va ser, i evidentment per guanyar la Champions has de guanyar el Madrid, el PSG, els grans equips d'Europa. Si no, no la pots guanyar.
Pep, por acá Eduardo Vidal de HSM Deportes. Siendo un entrenador que ha conseguido tanto en su carrera, ¿cómo haces actualmente para mentalmente seguir manteniendo esa exigencia en la actualidad, no con el equipo, sino a nivel personal? Gracias.
Me gusta este negocio. Me lo paso bien. Me pagan bien y me lo paso muy bien. Esta es la verdad. Aún me gusta la competición, me gusta venir aquí, intentar seguir adelante. Me gusta ir al campo del Lucho, al campo del último partido que jugamos. Me gusta. Aún me lo paso bien. El día que no, pues me iré a casa. No hay otra razón.
Pep, acá João Ventura, SBT Brasil. 8 equipos en los cuartos, 4 entrenadores fueron jugador de Barcelona. Te pregunto si eso se puede decir que es una coincidencia o hace parte de una ideología de quien pasa por Barcelona. Gracias.
También en la Premier League hay muchos entrenadores vascos, muchísimos, que lo están haciendo increíble. No lo sé. Mikel estuvo un pelín menos en la academia en Barcelona. Mikel viajó rápido a otros países, a Escocia, a Francia. Pero sí que es verdad que Xavi, Luis Enrique y mío, yo puedo hablar por mí, la influencia de Barcelona fue muy, muy grande en mi formación en el campo y sobre todo ahora como entrenador. Pero el viajar a Alemania, ahora estar en Inglaterra, no soy el mismo cuando estaba en Barcelona. He aprendido muchísimo de las dificultades que cada liga te ponen y el tiempo, la experiencia te da esto, conocer más cosas. Pero la influencia del Barça en mí es todo, ha sido todo. Llegué con 13 años siendo un rejo pelotas en la academia y mira dónde hemos llegado.
Hola Pep, Fermín de la calle del periódico, por aquí. Nos ha dicho Carlos hoy que aprendió mucho del partido de vuelta del año pasado. Yo quería preguntarte qué aprendisteis vosotros con la goleada y con la clasificación, si también aprendisteis tanto como ellos que salieron derrotados.
Teníamos un nivel emocional ese partido inmenso. Sacamos un buen resultado aquí, que podía con 1-0 estaba muy peligroso. Si no hubieran hecho el segundo hubiera sido muy difícil. Y llevamos un nivel emotivo muy grande, primero por llegar a la final, que ya es suficiente, por lo que pasó el año anterior, de que lo teníamos muy cerca, porque en el 0-1 aquí tuvimos 2 para sentenciarlo, luego Rodrigo hizo de las suyas. Y el Bernabeu y todo lo que significa ese estadio, y eso estuvo muy muy presente en la preparación, en la vuelta, en muchas cosas, pero lo mismo que lo he dicho, hace 2 años pasó y ahora ha cambiado. Es decir, mañana sé que estará diferente. Carlo habrá buscado algo de que le pudimos hacer, buscar alternativas, y nosotros hemos de cambiar algo por la forma. No tenemos los defensas que tenemos, nos falta piezas, Por tanto, habrá que buscar alguna manera para ver qué hacer. El partido será distinto, esto por supuesto. Primero porque es el primer partido de ida, y los partidos de ida son totalmente en los de vuelta, donde ya te dejas ir porque ya no hay vuelta. En el primero siempre uno especula más. Intentaremos especular lo menos posible, sabiendo que jugar al Bernabéu siempre pesa.
Just one final question here, please.
Aquí, Pep, Diego Plaza del Chiringuito. Ha dicho que sigue aquí porque le gusta este negocio, porque se lo pasa bien. ¿Qué le supone saltar mañana al Bernabéu, donde ha tenido buenos momentos y también momentos duros?
No es la primera vez. No digo que es una rutina, pero no es la primera vez. Es la primera vez cuando ya como jugador viene muchas veces y como entrenador también. Tanto ya siempre es especial. Bernabéu, Camp Nou, cuando vas al Allianz Arena o vas a estos campos, siempre Anfield, todos estos Old Trafford, todos estos campos, cada vez que vas son especiales, pero ya hemos venido muchas veces.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.